Hey guys, it's Rich,
And X.
and we are
Two guys talking games.
episode 50.
Yeah, man. 50. Cinquenta. Yeah. Woo. It's about
It's been a
damn
while,
time.
man. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
about
we've
time, man.
we've tried, we've tried, we've had some technical difficulties, but
Major technical difficulties.
thanks to your MacBook Pro,
Yeah, well,
hopefully,
woo, hopefully.
hopefully
Hopefully.
this will be a new era
Uh,
for two
uh, uh,
guys.
yeah, a new era, a new beginning of
New beginning,
sorts.
man. Starting with 5050. So we've been off for a while. I think it's been like 6 months or so since our
Yeah,
last.
yeah. Well,
Right?
life, man. Yeah, since before March, because March was PAX East. I think it was
Mm,
sometime in February. Because we were gonna say,
yeah,
oh yeah, we're gonna do 50 for after PAX East, but
yeah.
it's like we got back and nothing but technical difficulties. I think we
Mm.
tried recording like 3, 4 times,
Yeah, yeah, a bunch. Yep.
and
Just didn't go through, man.
it didn't go through, and then my laptop got fried, and it was just done. It was
Yeah.
downhill, you know. It was downhill after that, and then life, of course,
Oh yeah.
summertime and
Yeah.
how busy we are all in summertime. It's just it
Oh
is
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Here we are
It's
back in
true.
fall, and
That's true, man.
let's
So
kick it back.
what have you been playing?
Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain,
Mm.
and I could see why it got such high ratings. Really, really, really good game. Really, really good
I heard
game.
the game's horrible.
No, well, I mean, if you don't like stealth, if you don't like, well, the choice of being stealth or not being stealth,
Yeah.
the open world environment that you're in, and the different buddies that you could do, and
Mm.
the different weapons that you're able to research, and just different ways that you're able to do missions and redo them in any which way you want. If you're not a
Mm.
fan of that, then yes, it's a horrible game. But if you are, then hey, it just definitely deserves the
Mm.
ratings it got.
Yeah, IGN called it a masterpiece,
It is. It is.
and they don't say that often.
And
Um,
it was very smart
so
of Microsoft putting Ground Zero as their
mm.
free game right before the week before it came out. It gave a lot
Yeah.
of people a chance to play it. Now, me being a huge fan, I bought it way back when it first came out,
Mm.
which was like a year ago.
Mm.
Definitely an awesome little intro to it. It's a pretty long game, like 4, 5, 6 hours. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you want to do everything, and the really cool aspect is if you do a lot of the things in Ground Zeroes, you are then able to export it into Phantom Pain,
Into Phantom
and it
Pain.
gives you
Yeah.
and it does give you a nice boost early on. You know what I mean? Staff
Mm.
wise to your mother base,
Hmm.
and your research capabilities and everything will go up with the people whom you are able to rescue.
Mm.
All the prisoners, there's like 21 prisoners, and it's just like Hideo Kojima's one of them. You're
Mm.
just able to import all that, which is really cool. Really, really
Mm.
cool. And now, me
Well, I
being
did.
a big fan of the original Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah.
if you find all the XOF patches
Hmm.
in Ground Zeroes,
Mm.
and you transport you upload your file onto
Right.
Phantom Pain, you get the uniform. You end up looking 8-bit when you put the uniform on in Phantom Pain. So
Mm-hmm.
you look just
Oh,
like
really?
Snake did in Phantom in Metal Gear Solid. It's
Oh,
really cool.
wow. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's really
It's
cool.
pretty cool stuff, man. I did get a chance to play Ground Zero. I liked it a lot. Finished it, and really, really well done. They really. What's the company that makes this game?
Um, Konami.
Konami. They really go the extra mile. Um, especially Metal Gear games. Um, I only played about an hour or two of Metal Gear 4 when it came out for PS3, but I just noticed in Ground Zero, just everything about it is just well done.
Yeah,
So I can only imagine Phantom Pain.
yeah,
Uh,
it's phenomenal. It is really
yeah,
phenomenal. It's what Metal Gear has always tried to be.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's what it's always tried to be. It's like what it what it should have been from the beginning, way back then,
Mm,
when they didn't have the the the, the technology back then to make a game like this. Because if
mm,
you think back, because I played it, I've always been a fan. The original one back in the original Nintendo,
right.
you got the base you're infiltrating. You got the different places you got to hide and this and that. You could see that back then they were trying to implement a lot of the things that they're doing and that they've done throughout all their games, and it's really cool to have been able to witness it from early on to now, because I even played the ones on the Game Boy Color and
Oh,
the one
okay.
for my PSP. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And so I've done even the handhelds, and
mm,
to see it just progress. It's been really cool, and finally it's reached its like
mm.
it's top, its pinnacle. You know what I mean? It's awesome.
So you would say then this is the best game in the series?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I would. Yes, I would.
And this is Konami's last game, isn't it?
Hideo Kojima. It's his
I'm sorry, could you, yeah.
what's his company there?
Yeah, whatever. I did.
I
I
forget.
forgot. I read the article online, and I believe they said that this was it for him for this game for the series.
Yeah. Well, he's the
Um,
creator, so
yeah. So I mean, I wonder what does that mean for Metal Gear?
I
Someone
don't
else is
know.
going to take it over, or just I mean, I don't think he owns the rights to it, does he? I mean,
I'm not. I don't know. I
yeah.
don't
I mean,
know. I guess only time will tell.
because I know remember Cliff Bleszinski, he created Gears, but I mean,
Yeah, but
Microsoft,
it's
they own
it's
the rights to
it's
it. So
yeah, but I mean, yeah. Well, they purchased the right to it. They
okay.
purchased the rights to it. EA had it. You know,
Mm,
Epic had it. You know what I mean?
Epic, that's right. Yeah.
Epic had it,
Mm,
and Microsoft purchased it because if at the end of what was it, the 360, like to continue it on to the
right.
Xbox One and keep it, the series on the Xbox One and all that
Mm,
stuff, they would have had to have. They wouldn't have been able to. It would have been like multi-console, so they purchased the rights
yeah. No.
to it. So now it's a Microsoft owned brand. It's exclusive now.
Which
It would
I'm
never go to
glad they did.
Sony. It would never go to Sony.
Yeah, because that's good because now, as if Halo wasn't enough to
Yeah,
get people to buy
you
an
know that's
Xbox One.
that's what's bad.
You know,
That's what's crazy. Once again we've fallen into this
mm,
same cycle, this crazy cycle that you and we've experienced together, starting way back in 2006 when it all started,
yeah.
of these stellar hits coming out each and every single year,
Hmm.
and whilst they were coming out on certain year, like this year, it already started. We already got the Gears of War remake. Awesome
Yeah.
game, great cutscenes. It was really cool going back and playing it. Now we have Forza. Forza 6 came out.
Yeah. Forza came out. Yep.
Halo's
Last
coming
week.
out.
Yep.
Tomb Raider's coming out. All exclusive to the Xbox. Okay? I'm
Yeah.
not mentioning multi console. I'm not mentioning Metal Gear. Excuse
Call
me.
of Duty.
I'm not mentioning Call of Duty. I'm not mentioning uh uh um oh my god.
Oh, what else is coming out? Fallout 4,
Fallout 4. I'm not mentioning, all these other
Just Cause,
Just Cause. Yeah,
Hitman.
they're
Yeah, those are all
all they're
multis.
all
Yeah.
multi-console.
Yeah.
I'm only mentioning exclusives. Now,
Hmm.
we have these exclusives coming out now,
Mm.
while next year we already got a list of all the ones
Oh
coming out next
gosh,
year.
I could
It's
not
it's
believe
it's bad
when I
when
heard.
yeah, it's bad when we haven't even finished this year and we already got the freaking
Yeah.
list for next year.
Yeah. I think we came up with 10 or 12 exclusives for Xbox One. See, the same thing's happening in this generation of consoles that happened last time.
Yeah.
PS3 came out with this technical masterpiece as far as hardware is concerned.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little more tame tonight, by the way, with Sony because of our, compared to our normal conversations. But they came out with this technical masterpiece that, we can do X amount of frame rates per second. We have these excellent, GPUs or CPUs or whatever they're called. And that's where our console shines, but they don't come out with games often enough.
Right.
And Microsoft, who's now pegged with the Xbox One as being a media machine instead of a gaming console first, they're the console that are coming out with all the exclusives.
Yeah,
I mean, really. I
that's
mean,
what's funny. You know what I mean?
Sony doesn't have it. That's what's bad about this. If I had
Yeah,
bought a PS4 instead of an Xbox One, I'd be angry because the only game I would have played is Bloodborne,
yeah,
which I heard is really good. I prefer Dark Souls. From what I was told, comparing to Bloodborne is a poor man's Dark Souls. It doesn't have the legs that Dark Souls has. I I messed with it in a store when I had Bloodborne, so I know how the
yeah.
game works and stuff like that. I just didn't play it from beginning to end. But that's the only game outside of Uncharted 4 that's coming out next spring. There's really, I mean, there's nothing else that I'm interested in. It's not like Metal Gear's exclusive.
Yeah, it's not.
Kingdom of Hearts is no longer has
Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
exclusivity.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah,
I'm
no.
sorry, Kingdom Hearts. That's coming out for the Xbox One. So it's a different era, man. It's just, I think this is where, well, first of all, I don't believe Sony with their claims, with their
Yeah,
sales.
there's that.
I think
I
they're
think
outright
they've
lying.
yeah they've taken it. They've taken that way too far.
I mean,
It's
we have
become
no games, but we
ridiculous.
keep selling millions and millions of
Yeah, we
consoles.
have
Something's
absolutely
amiss here.
no games coming out
Yeah,
this
it
fall
just
that are
doesn't seem right.
exclusive to the PlayStation 4. And
Right.
yet, we still have people purchasing our console by the droves,
No, it's
and we're ahead on sales and this and that. Oh, okay. You could say that all you want, and I could say,
oh, anyone could say anything about that.
yeah, it's
I could claim, I could tell you right now, I could just make something up like the Vita out of nowhere. The Vita sold 10 million console units last
yeah.
month. Did you know
Ooh,
that? And
right.
then, I mean, why would I lie to you, right? So then you're going to say, Adrian, what Richie told me today? The Vita sold 10 million units last month. And then he's going to go to say, dude, the Vita sold, this is how rumors start. Well,
Yeah,
Sony could start their own rumor. I
right.
just simply don't believe them because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't.
I could understand if the tables were turned. If it
Sure.
was Sony who had 4 or 5 exclusives coming out right now, especially during the fall holiday season, like
Sure.
Microsoft does. If it
Yep.
was them that had all these games coming out, and the Xbox only had Halo 5 coming out,
Right. Well, that don't
and
make
that was it,
sense.
then I'd be like, damn, yeah, shit, man, they
They're
really
killing
are.
it.
They're killing it. Good for them.
Yep.
But it's not like that.
No,
Why?
it's not.
Why would anybody go buy a console that doesn't have all the good games coming out? It's got crap. It
Mhm.
doesn't have anything. For the next exclusive, I have to wait until the fall, until the spring of
Oh,
2016.
and that's not
1 year
all.
after Bloodborne comes out.
Right.
What the?
And that's not all. They're also, I notice now what they're doing is they're trying to make the multi-console games seem exclusive.
Yeah,
They're marketing them that way. Like I don't know if you know, but they're coming out with a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 console. Now, Xbox came out with a Call of Duty console last year. That's fine, but they're also coming out with the well, they already came out with the Destiny Taken King DLC
console.
console. Like it's a console. That's the artwork on the console is based on DLC packaging that's on
Yeah,
the
they're
Xbox One as well. And and then they had this big thing in the news about how they have exclusivity with Mountain Dew this year for the game
yeah.
fuel. And I'm thinking to myself, you guys are spending so much time doing game related things, but you're not actually making what people want to see the most games.
You know what?
Where are the games?
You know what I think. You know what I think it is. They've put in the back burner their productions of exclusive games, and are trying to take Xbox's audience for shooters, for exclusivity. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like the Call of Duty. They have
yeah.
exclusive rights to their DLCs. They'll get it like a week or two before everybody else.
Mm,
Okay, they're going after that, so that way all these shooters would then buy their console to play that first. I'm guessing this is what their mindset is. But personally, I believe, and I pretty much know this for a fact because if
Mm.
anybody could right now go to VG Charts and look at the pre-orders
Yeah.
and compare pre-orders for the Xbox One, pre-orders for the PlayStation 4, for Call of Duty, for Black Ops,
Yeah. Black Ops,
and which console has the most pre-orders of that game?
the shooter console,
Xbox. It
Xbox
does.
One, of
It
course,
does. It number
of
one is
course.
Halo. Number two
Hmm.
is Xbox Call of
Yep.
Duty, and number
Yep.
three is Call of Duty for PlayStation
Yes.
4.
PS4. Yep.
It-
It's
it-
and that goes to show you, like, as many consoles as they're claiming they sold, which they haven't, and this whole exclusive multiplayer DLC game deal that they have with Activision. Then why is it Microsoft is the one that has 600,000 copies pre-ordered, and the PS4 has 400,000 pre-ordered? I mean, something's to
you
miss
know,
here. It just
something is
the numbers
amiss.
don't add up.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And this is why now I don't go on IGN as often as I did, because I keep reading things where I really do think that Sony is paying IGN. Because
Oh,
when you hear something once or twice, you're like, "Oh wow, that's incredible. Good for Sony." Then you start reading it so often, then it just becomes like
they're
the boy who
force
cried
feeding you.
wolf,
Yeah, they're force feeding you it,
where
man.
you just start laughing and you
Yeah.
just don't believe them anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
It's gotten ridiculous.
they try to counter the biggest game day of the year, which is October 27th. The day Halo
It's
5 is
Halo.
coming out,
It's Halo. That's Halo Day. It's National
with
Halo Day
a
this year
PlayStation 4 conference in, where's this?
in France.
Jerusalem?
France.
Where's it?
Jerusalem.
I knew it was in
Oh
some other
man.
country.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
just
in France. It's in
I don't
France.
know why it's in France.
For
I
some reason, France has their gaming conference in the
uh,
fall, in
well,
October,
it's
at the end of October. It's like, okay, you guys could have it all you want there, at that time of the year, while everybody has it in the summer. E3 and what's the other one over there in Germany? And the Tokyo Game Show is like going on like 2 weeks ago or whatever. It's
yeah.
like that's done with, and now here comes France. They're gonna have. I really don't
October
think Xbox
27th.
is gonna have any presence there. They're just like, I don't really, what I
The
mean. Everything's
presence is
said
going to
and
be on
done.
in everyone's home.
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody's gonna be home playing, but you know, Sony is giving their people a little something on October 27th, so that way they won't feel left out while everybody else is playing Halo 5.
I could
The
already tell you right
Sony
now what they're going
fanboys
to
can be
announce.
on watching the conference, huh?
I could already tell you what they're going to announce.
What they're gonna announce?
They're going to announce an exclusive contract that they signed with Doritos, which is going to coincide with the Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
So
That's the big announcement.
that's the big announcement.
You heard it first here.
Wow. Well,
Now, that being said, I will say I wish Microsoft had release dates on the following two items a week earlier than they're coming out. Now, October 27th, Halo 5 is coming out.
yes,
We also talked about the fact that the chat pad is coming out.
yes.
Is it what's called the chat pad?
Yeah,
Keyboard.
the little keyboard thing on the controller.
Yeah. And then the Elite controller.
Yes.
It's all coming out on the 27th of October.
Yes.
I would like the Elite controller to come out on the 20th. Just so I think that would get more people to buy it, because I think people would run out and say they want it before Halo comes out.
Yeah.
I think that was a missed opportunity. I'm just thinking from a marketing perspective. You know how people sometimes buy items for somewhat dumb reasons?
Yeah.
Well, this would have been a dumb reason to buy it a week earlier, because I want to use this thing and try it out on Halo 5, the best shooter ever made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just I think that would have been a great idea, but it's going to sell anyway, so it's no
Yeah.
big deal,
I'm still gonna.
regardless of the
I'm,
price.
I'm still gonna.
What's it,
pick the game
150?
up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I
it
heard it's
is.
worth
It
it.
is what it is. I mean, it's something that I'm gonna pick up. It's just. I'm done with the little adapter bullshit that you have to put in your controller to be able to use the Turtle Beach headsets that we have.
Yeah,
I'm done with that. At least this new controller has the little jack for it. I could just use it that way, and I'm not gonna have to worry
put it
about
in
that
it.
bullshit anymore.
And I heard on I think it was Podcast Unlocked, they raved about it. They said it was worth the money, and it just feels amazing, and it's what a lot of guys use in tournaments.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what they're
because
using. You know?
you're able to pull down your trigger, okay,
Mhm.
to get it just before it ends up doing the action on the screen and locking it there. So that way it becomes a hair trigger. All you have to do is just a quick
Wow.
tap and boom, it happens. It's not like
Wow.
pulling down and waiting that like 1 second, which we all know when you're in the middle of a shooting match. That 1 second, dude, takes it's the difference between getting your head blown off and you killing the other person. You know what I mean? If you just sit there and just spam that really quick, the other person's gonna go down real fast. You know what I mean? So it's
Wow.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be an advantage. And I definitely can't wait to pick that up.
I was just thinking that might really benefit me on a game like Dark Souls
Huh? Yeah.
because you know how critical it is to get that little,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be like taking a flask or
Yeah.
something like that. Which again, speaking of Dark Souls 3, that's coming out. They said the Japanese release date was March. I think it was March 26th or 28th. So we know the U.S. date's going to be in and around that time,
Yeah.
whether it's a week after or that day or whatnot. So I'm really psyched about
Yeah. I can't wait
that
for
game.
that
That's a
game either.
multi-console game.
That is a
Now, not
multi-console
to
game.
mention all the other big games that are
Yeah.
just Xbox games.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see if we can remember some of them. I know I keep mentioning Battleborn's February 9th, I believe. And also, they're having a beta test for Battleborn, so I signed
Oh,
up for that.
sweet. Yeah.
Check that out. Oh, don't forget Fable Legends,
Fable Legends coming out this fall as well.
free to play.
And it's going to be the first game that we'll be able to play cross-platform with PC players on Windows 10.
Yes. Yep.
You
And
know,
oh,
which
and do you know Charles at our job today, our buddy
huh?
Charles, he had said that on his 360 now, he had gotten notifications that he can purchase the free Xbox One games on Xbox Live. So then when he gets his Xbox One eventually, they'll all download on her.
You'll see. It's That's a smart move from Xbox
Yep.
because they're like, well, we want everybody eventually to pick up their Xbox Ones.
Yep.
So,
How can
what
we
better
further
way?
entice them?
What better way than to, hey, you know what? Here you can have this free game. Just
Yep.
place the order now, and whenever
Mm.
you change over, you'll have it, and you could easily download.
And you don't even have
It's
to go out
really
and buy
smart.
games because you're gonna have all these free games to play.
Yeah.
I think that is ingenious. I was telling Charles today, that was a real, as if they're not doing everything else. It's almost as if they came out of the gate. They made, well, from what the fans had said, they made some screw ups. They maybe the price, the 4.99 price point was a little high for some people. That's fine, but from what the fans had said, they came out of the gate with some screw ups. Now they're going, no pun intended, complete 360.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're doing so much right now that it's almost like no gamer in their right mind could deny this company now. They're doing backwards compatibility. They're trying
Yeah.
backwards compatibility for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
They're doing it where you can purchase free Xbox One games on your 360 and vice versa. They're doing it where there's cross platform playing. They're doing it where cross platform playing on a 360 to the Xbox One
Yes.
on,
Yes.
multiplayer games.
Yes.
They're just doing so much right. We wanted exclusives. We wanted really unique independent game exclusives. Guess what? We'll throw you about a dozen of them,
Yeah.
because they had so many announcements they made. Sea of Thieves. We mentioned Cuphead. We mentioned Below. We mentioned We Happy
Recore.
Few.
Yeah, we have a few.
Recore.
Recore, yeah.
I mean, you got Gears 4 is the biggest game going to be next year,
Yeah, that's going
hands
to be the big
down.
one. Yeah, Halo
That's
Wars 2. You have
Halo Wars
Crackdown
2.
3.
Crackdown 3.
It's like,
Don't forget Quantum Break.
Quantum Break is coming out. Yeah,
What did we
what is
just
it?
mention
Spring?
about 12?
you know?
Those are all
And
next year games.
yeah, they're all next year games. That's what's bad. That's what's bad. That's exactly what I was
It's
saying.
just-
We're buying these games for the fall now. They're not all out yet, and yet we got our fucking list up here for next year.
And those
It's
are
like, damn,
exclusives.
they're
They're not
exclusives.
not to mention multi-console games coming out,
Yeah.
which I don't even want to talk about because I'm tired already.
But Sony
Yeah.
did announce already two games that they're gonna be getting next year. One, of course, being their exclusive Uncharted 4, and two, they'll be getting Tomb Raider next fall. 1 year after the Xbox, but damn it, they're still getting it. So they'll probably end up with like the Game of the Year edition with everything that has already come out and all that stuff. But they'll eventually get it. You know, it's gonna be cool for them.
Wow. That's just
It
okay.
is what it is. That's all that they've said.
Let me just talk about Uncharted for a second. Okay. Uncharted 1 sucked. Uncharted 2, one of the best games I've ever played. Top 10 easily. Uncharted 3, and not as bad as 1, not nearly as good as 2.
Ah, damn.
Now, I'm wondering where 4 is going to fall into this because if they try too hard,
Yeah.
like they did with 3 or whatever it was, um, they're going to strike out. Now, Naughty Dog, I believe that's the company that
Yeah,
made the
Naughty
game.
Dog.
Yeah, they said, "Oh no, 3 was just as good as 2." The thing was, there was such a huge advancement between 1 and 2, you didn't notice it as much when 2 went to 3. And my response is, "No, the game sucked.
Yeah, no,
I played it." Now, what I mean by sucked is this. They tried so hard to make it so everything at once, so much action, emotional story. They tried so hard, it's almost like they missed the mark.
yeah,
2 was just amazing. It really was an amazing game. The multiplayer was that was the biggest multiplayer game that they could ask for.
yeah.
I mean, that was going to be their Halo, even though I mean, it would have never. Come on,
It would never have. Yeah.
Halo and Call of Duty are two biggest multiplayer games that ever
And
happened.
Gears, and Gears,
And Gears, of course.
and Gears.
And but that's the thing right there. And Uncharted 2's multiplayer was as good as it gets for Sony.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Sony's IPs are notorious for not having
yeah.
good multiplayer. It's like, do you remember that game? What was that game that you played as that Indian guy that the aliens abduct you?
Prey.
Prey. Remember Prey?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Prey's multiplayer?
Mm.
That's your typical. That is your typical Sony multiplayer.
Yeah.
How,
Yeah.
how that game, how that multiplayer played, how that
Hmm.
game's multiplayer played, that
Yeah.
is how Sony's multiplayer
Mhm.
goes.
Yeah. I remember Prey. They kept saying they're gonna make a, sequel to that.
Yeah,
They
they
never have.
canceled it and everything at the end.
That's a shame too, because
Yeah,
the campaign was really unique.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Like walking on the ceilings and stuff
Yeah,
like that. That was cool.
it was some creepy,
And you know
fucked up
what?
shit though. That was some shit,
Yeah. Oh, it
man.
was really creepy. But you know what? Thinking of a game like that, now that I think about it, isn't Doom coming out next year?
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Because that is one I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, that's another multi-console game though.
It is. It
You
is.
know?
It is. And because I honestly I can't even think of any more exclusives next year. There's
Yeah.
I think we mentioned a dozen, but that's only next year. And don't forget another multi-console big release is going to be Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Yeah.
That's going to be another big game.
That's a multi-console game though.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
EA, right? Yeah.
Another- Yeah, absolutely multi-console. But there's just so many games coming out that it's really good to own an Xbox,
It really
right?
is. It really is. And
It is.
it sucks because I was looking forward to picking up a PlayStation 4, but the games are not there. And I can't justify the purchase. I really can't. People are gonna say, "Oh well, I like how those commercials go on TV." I was sitting down the other day and I'm watching TV and I get
Mm,
I'm looking at a Destiny commercial of the
mhm.
Taken King and they're like, play the Taken King and blah blah blah, get your best Destiny experience only on PlayStation. I'm like,
But that's
it's a
this is
multi-console
what I'm
game,
talking. Well, this is what I'm talking about when
It's
I say they do kind of lie in a way.
yeah,
Like I told you, I went to there was a game store in the mall I went to, and they had a Batman poster in the front,
yeah,
and it said they had the PS4 symbol only. And when I went inside to talk to the guy, of course I knew it was multi-console, but I said, "Oh, Batman's exclusive to the PS4?" He goes, "No, why would you say that?" I go, "Well, the poster doesn't have anything for Microsoft on it."
yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I don't think I even noticed that." I go, "Well, you get the impression by this
Right,
poster
right.
And the same thing
Well,
when I saw Star Wars Battlefront. There's another one coming out.
yeah, it's also multi-console, but people are,
Right. They're
it is
paying.
what it is.
You know what it is I really do think they're putting all their money into advertising instead of gaming development,
Yeah,
because that's the way I see it. Because the proof is in the games.
yeah.
If there are no games, I mean, deals with Mountain Dew, Activision,
You
everywhere
see,
you look, marketing. I
but
mean,
see, that's the thing. Microsoft did that last generation.
yeah,
They did that. They did that with Call of Duty. Yes, they had, all these deals with them, but they could. Why? Because they were catering to the masses. They were catering to the largest shooter audience in consoles. Okay? It was like, okay, guys, we know and understand that our multiplayer shooter,
mm,
shooter multiplayer base is huge. You guys, we're larger than Sony, so of course Mountain Dew is gonna come with us, and we're gonna offer them this deal, and we're gonna do this whole thing. They had it for Halo, they had it for Call of Duty.
yeah,
They did all this for last console for the Microsoft.
hmm
Microsoft then sees the tide turning, just like we've seen it these past couple of years.
mm,
Call of Duty is not the workhorse it used to be. It's not.
no,
It really isn't. It really
no.
isn't.
They
It's been
Black
declining
Ops 2 was the height,
after
was the pinnacle.
after Black Ops 2.
It went down.
So,
Yep.
then you had Ghosts, and then you had Advanced Warfighter, and Microsoft is like, the shit's going down, man. You know what I mean?
hmm
So they're like, you
hmm
know what, guys, we're not gonna do deals with no more.
No, we're
That's
good.
why at E3, what was
hmm
Sony's big announcement at E3? They have exclusive deals with Acclaim now, with or Activision, whatever the fuck it is,
Activision
Activision to do
multiplayer maps
multiplayer maps.
2 weeks earlier than
You know what I mean? It's like, no. Why is that your main thing? You
because that's
guys
all they
think, oh,
have.
we took away, Microsoft's exclusive deals with this. Okay,
Yep.
but the
You
fucked
didn't
up
take
part
anything,
is you didn't
guys.
take a damn thing. Go to VG Charts.
Right.
Anybody listening to this right now, go to
Yep.
VGCharts.com and look at the list.
And this
And
is
for
why,
Xbox, it's higher
again,
than
it's
PlayStation.
almost like I told you about that poster I saw online where PS4 or Sony's little thing is always, at the end of the commercial, greatness awaits.
Yeah,
And I saw the poster that said, Sony, you promised greatness, you lied.
you lied. It's true.
And that's, I keep thinking about that because they keep trying to deter people away from facts
Yeah,
that we don't have any games.
yeah,
We spend too much on marketing stuff that is
yeah,
multi-console games, but you get the impression that, and they even said that when they gave ratings to each company after E3.
yeah.
Sony, we give Sony number one for E3. And why is that? Well, Sony has a way of making multi-console games seem exclusive. Okay, but there's one thing about that. They're not.
They're not.
So Sony's good at lying, so they win?
Yeah. Yeah,
That
it's
really?
ridiculous. Yeah, that's what they're getting at.
Sony
That's
lied, so they
completely
win.
ridiculous. It is completely ridiculous.
I
It's
could not even
it's
believe, and Ryan McCaffrey actually got mad, and I'm glad he did on the podcast. He goes, "Oh, Sony." Ryan goes, "Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Are you kidding me? Sony wins because of what? Because they announced The Last Guardian? That was first announced in '08. So they don't know what else to announce, so they announced that. Looks
yeah,
like the same trailer from '08.
yeah. They just jizzed it up.
It, yeah, that's exactly what they did. You know, you know, it's
Oh, so
ridiculous,
you
man.
caught that? Made it all nice and shiny.
Man, you're a sick man. You're a sick man.
But it's
So,
true. It's
so they
true
got
though.
Uncharted 4 next year. They do have one exclusive this fall. The Nathan Drake collection. Uncharted, the Uncharted Drake's Cupcake collection. Hostess. Hey, you know what I saw today? They said leaked. BioShock collection.
Oh,
is being. I think they redid it, and it's one, two, and Infinite, and it's coming out. I think they said November. I think I forget what the date was, but
Really? I haven't seen any announcements or anything. You would think it'd be all over the place.
well, yeah, yeah, you're right, actually.
You
But
know
you
what I
know
mean?
what? I'll tell you why I wouldn't get that
Mm.
because I own a copy. It's somewhere around here, actually. I own a copy of the 360 BioShock disc
Yeah.
version. So you know what's going to happen when I get that.
Backwards
That
compatibility.
Yep.
You can
As
just
soon as
pop it
they
in.
they tell me, I'm gonna pop that baby in,
That's it.
download it, and I'll have my Bioshock, Dark Souls, and I don't know what else. But
And that's it.
you know, the only problem with I love the whole Gears being redone, and you know what? I'm gonna get it eventually just because it's Gears,
It is Gears, and the package that you get for it is freaking
right? And the
phenomenal,
package
dude.
is great.
You
I
get
just hope I play. I hope I play it because I'm
well,
afraid I'm gonna do what I do with a lot of games. Do I get games. I play them for 3 or 4 hours, and then I go to the next game.
well. See, here's the thing. You don't go to the next game. You go back to Halo, or if you're on your Dark Souls kick, you go back to Dark Souls 2,
Mm.
and you play that for on ends, and you do speed runs, and you know it. I know it. We both know it. You just didn't say it. I did. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know it's true. You know
It
it's
is,
true. You
but I
know,
stopped playing Dark Souls 2. I swear,
it's like
it's uninstalled from my. I can't even play it if I want to because
it's
I'd have to reinstall it.
dude. It's like I've always said. When the game comes out,
Mm.
that's its time to shine. That's
Yeah,
when you have to play it.
yeah.
If right now, if I don't know about you, you only have like 5 weeks left.
Mm,
But if I were on your shoes and I haven't picked up Phantom Pain yet,
mm.
and here comes Halo 5. Once Halo
Yeah,
5 hits, Phantom Pain is out of the picture. It
yeah.
would
No, you're
have
right.
to be.
You're right.
I wouldn't have the
Too close to
time.
Fallout 4.
And then after that, it's Fallout 4. There
Hmm.
is no time.
Hmm.
There is no time. That's the problem with having all these games coming out. It's there's no time to
And
play.
Fallout 4 is going to be throughout the end
Huge.
of the year.
It's gonna be fucking
It's going to
huge.
be for months. We're going to be
And
playing
then
that thing.
the freaking DLC. You know they're gonna come out with DLC.
Yep.
I just hope they come up with some yokel shit like they did last time. The REB. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean? That's
gosh.
gonna be
Yep.
freaking awesome, dude.
They actually announced the season pass for that. They said the season pass, I believe, is it's not 30. I think it's 40.
Hmm.
But they said we don't know what you're getting in the season pass. This is just like with Batman Arkham Knight. But we will say this: if you buy a season pass now, it'll be $10, at least $10 cheaper than if you buy the DLC separately. They have no idea what they're planning for the DLC, but they said if people buy a DLC a season pass now, it'll be cheaper than buying all the DLC when it comes out. I want to know what I'm getting.
I want to know what I'm getting, dude, because I'm not gonna sit there and fucking get horse armor that
Well,
they
that's what we're talking about.
that they could charge $15 for and be
Yep.
like, see, you would have gotten it. You got it now
Yep.
cheaper
First
because
piece of DLC.
this shit
Yep.
would have been $25. You know what
Dog
I mean?
armor.
Dog armor, dog meat armor.
Because we're
The
talking
fuck
about
out of here.
Bethesda.
You know what I mean? Exactly. It's the same shit with like uh, uh, uh the fuck was this damn game?
Oblivion.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
Okay,
like
let me say something
I don't know,
about the
man.
whole DLC stuff. Personally speaking, I think remember we talked about when Oblivion came out and how many hours we sunk into it and this and that.
Yeah.
It's almost like back in '06 or '07, um, there weren't as many games.
There really
So
wasn't. Yeah.
you buy Oblivion and you have 6 months to play it because there's
Yeah.
only a handful of games. Now there's so many games coming out. I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't be on board with any DLC for Fallout 4. I think I'm going to play the crap out of the game
Yeah.
and give it a couple hundred hours. But when I'm done with that, I believe I'm done with the game. I'm going to move on because there's going to be so much that I got to catch up with, dude.
You
I
know,
mean,
I would agree with that, but there's one thing. It's Fallout. And when I get into that world, it was
mm,
Fallout 3 and I got depressed when I did everything and got all the achievements.
I remember how to.
Because
Yep,
I was
the
done.
world.
I was
Yeah. Yeah,
done.
I know.
This
Yep.
whole world that I made from the beginning. And you
Yep.
remember, I grabbed the book and I put all these little dog tags, these little fucking
Yeah.
stickers,
Yeah.
and I had
Yep.
everything laid out and I
Yep.
followed it to the T, did every
Yep.
single thing on it. And when I was done, we did the Mothership Zeta. That was the last DLC, and I ended up getting every single achievement for that game. And then
Yeah.
I was just standing there, after that whole thing, like I have nothing else to do in this game
Yeah.
now.
There's no. I know. It's like, what else
There
can I
is
do?
nothing else to do, and I'm like, what the fuck? And
Yep.
that was it. It was done. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And I put it away and played other games, and until then, that atrocity, that crap of fucking New Vegas shit came out, which fucking, oh my god, I hate that fucking that shit pissed me off. That was crap.
Better
Hopefully
hope the
now,
dark guns and
I know. Hopefully now, with Fallout 4, it's like going back, and I will play the main campaign just like we did in
yeah.
Fallout 3, and
Yeah.
then the DLC started coming out, the
Mhm.
pit, you know what I mean, and and
Yeah.
and, and you get all the pit was a really good DLC, dude. You get to
Yeah.
go to another piece of
It's true. There were
in another
5.
state. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get
There
to
were
go to
5 DLCs.
Alaska, and you go to freaking, you know what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
like, it was really cool that you were able to do all these things in the game. I'm glad I went back and I played all those DLCs. If Fallout 4, now mind you, this is why I'm not gonna get the DLC now, because if Fallout 4 ends up being like New Vegas, then fuck, I'm not buying no damn DLC. I'm
Right.
probably not
Right.
even gonna play the game.
Mm.
If Fallout 4 ends up being an awesome freaking game,
Mm.
and I sink all these hours into it, and I'm playing, it's like playing Fallout 3 again,
Mm.
and the DLC comes out, we're gonna have lulls. There's always that lull when April, May hits
Yeah. Yeah.
until the next fall. And if they come out with DLC like in the spring and then another in the fall,
It's true.
or in the summer, of course I'm gonna be playing it then.
Yeah. You gotta pick it up
Because
and play it. Yeah.
if it was good, then I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I
That's true.
have to, man, because it was that good. Fallout 3 was that good, and playing all the DLCs, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed a lot of those different places, and I really really hope Fallout 4 has that as well. It's gonna be in Boston. It would be
Yeah.
really cool
Boston.
if like a DLC is up in Maine or even in Connecticut,
Oh,
or
that'd be really
New
cool.
York. How about a DLC in New York, in
Yeah.
Manhattan, a Manhattan DLC? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That would be freaking awesome.
Yeah. Post-apocalyptic New York.
Yeah. So it's like,
That'd be pretty cool.
I wanna, if they do it right, like they did Fallout 3, then
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Now I know you got depressed when you played the game.
Oh,
It
Fallout
is
3, man. That was
it's a
just,
fucking
but
depressing
they
game,
job
but
well
it's
done. That's
awesome though.
exactly what it was
Yeah,
supposed to do.
it's exactly
You
what
know,
it's supposed to do.
really. I mean, I loved playing it. I loved playing it,
Yeah,
but I mean, I really felt like I was part of the world because I played it so much.
yeah,
You know what I think I'll do? I think not buying a season pass is actually the better thing to do.
yeah.
Um, take DLC by
Buy
DLC. Like
DLC.
whenever they come
If
out with one,
if
you know.
now mind you, Fallout comes out, we play it. All these other games come out, we're playing those. They announce a DLC. If they announce a DLC and it looks really good,
Yeah.
then I might consider purchasing the DLC season pass. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Because then it's okay. Well, they're hitting us with this really good DLC. I
Hmm.
might go the season pass route and buy it that way, or just wait for a season pass sale like they'll probably have next year.
It's
You know
true.
what I mean?
True. They do that sometimes. They
Yeah.
they put out 10% off, 20%, whatever, $10 off or. But yeah, I think I'd probably wait for each individual DLC to come out to see which one because I don't want dog armor.
Yeah.
Improve your dog's strength or whatever like that. I'll be mad if my dog dies as it is.
Well, that's the
So
thing. That's
you
the
know,
other thing. Is it gonna be like Fallout 3, where you have all these companions, but they could die, and if they
right?
die, then you're done?
I thought I read about Fallout 4 that your dog can't die.
Okay, now that'll be good because then you'll always have the dog. Because I don't know about you, I would always keep all my companions in the house. I'd be like, you stay here because I did all this shit to get you. Now I'm gonna
Right.
fucking
Now
go
you're
and
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
die if you
die.
go outside.
Hell no! And then you're gonna end up with all this stuff, and I won't even be able to carry it because I'm
Yep.
gonna be overburdened, fucking
Over
walking
encumbered.
mad
Yep.
slow. No, 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 no.
Yep. Yep.
No.
You're right. You're right. So that's
So
we got. I guess we got to take that as it comes out.
yeah, DLC by DLC, see how it looks, see how, hopefully
Yeah.
they don't come out with no bullshit dog armor, and I might wait for like maybe 2 or 3 DLCs to come out and be like, you know what, yeah, okay, this is worth it, and then
Yeah.
take the
That's what.
plunge.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
gonna sit there and do it that way.
you got Halo 5.
Halo
Like
5,
I'm talking about games that haven't come out yet.
right?
You got Halo 5 coming out. You got Fallout 4. You have Just Cause 3.
Yeah,
You have Hitman.
yeah. And
You
you have
have
Tomb Raider coming out the same day as Fallout
Tomb
4.
Raider. Yep. Tomb Raider. We still have Fable Legends.
Yeah.
Then games that we might not necessarily be buying, but they're still big games. You got Black Ops 3. Is a Battlefield game coming out?
No.
No. The good, good. Rainbow Six. Is it Siege?
Siege. Yeah.
Okay, look at my computer starting to mess up a little bit. Oh, yikes. Ooh, that's ugly.
Oh, I still
Oh,
see you. I
there.
still see you just fine.
I think it's only on my end.
Okay.
I believe that's which is good. But yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. I believe that comes out. Is it November or
Didn't
October?
did they move it? Then were you
They
saying that they moved
they
it
did
because
move
it
it,
was?
but I thought it. Oh gosh, I think I think it's no December 1st is Just Cause 3. Oh, I forget. But anyway, those are you talk one, two, three.
Well, I have another game that I went and I pre-ordered and paid in full today. That's coming out on October 6th.
Oh,
It's
what's that?
it's it's more a game for the kids, for my 2 oldest kids, and my wife and I will probably sit down and play it. Rock Band 4.
Oh, Rockman. Yeah,
Yeah,
Return of Rock Band.
Return of Rock Band. I got the bundle there with all the instruments. So that's like
Yeah.
the 250 one. So I ended up picking that up, and so October 6th. But we don't know if we're gonna give it to them then, or probably just put it as one of the Christmas gifts.
I was gonna say Christmas gift.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know,
That's gonna
maybe.
be big, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome. It's gonna be something that I think the kids will enjoy, and hopefully
Yeah,
I get them more into music and stuff.
yeah,
Hopefully I could get some really good bands on that shit and get some good songs going.
yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
really
They'll
cool.
love that. They'll be playing that thing all the time. Kidding me, man? They kids love Rock Band.
Now,
Jeez.
another speaking of pre-orders and stuff,
Hmm.
another thing I wanted to mention on here, which
Hmm.
is really really cool. Now you remember, right before or and during the release of this current gen right now,
Hmm.
the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, that we've
Hmm.
been talking about going digital,
Yeah.
and we've done it. We've gone digital, you know,
Hmm.
um, and we've also spoken about games that come out with limited collector's editions,
Hmm.
and how cool it would be if we can order the limited editions, the big editions, the ones that come with the statues, like the dragon, the
Right.
PVC dragon for Elder Scrolls, for
Oh yeah. Scar.
Skyrim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that, and get it in the mail, and then instead of a disc, it comes with a code, so that way
Hmm.
you could download it on your system and maintain your digital
Pre-install it. Yep.
and pre-install it, and maintain your going digital and not having to get a disc.
Yep.
Well, I pre-ordered my limited collector's edition for Halo 5 Guardians,
Mm.
the one that comes with the statue of Master Chief and Locke,
Mm.
and it set me back a little bit. Sent me like $250. That's not bad.
Hmm.
And what's really cool with that is it comes out on October 20th,
Hmm.
and I'll receive it in the mail because I ordered it from, I was thinking Amazon, but if people remember my previous rant on Crapazon, I'm never buying through them fuckers again. I went through the company that saved me,
Mm.
GameStop of all companies,
Mm.
on their online store and pre-ordered Halo 5 Guardians limited collector's edition, and it
Hmm.
comes, it comes on October 20th. It comes with everything, the statue, everything that it's all bundled in.
Right.
It even comes with the hard case, the metal case of with where the disc would be.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
comes with all that, but where the disc is, it comes with a digital code, and I put it in my system, and it'll pretty much be 7 days for it to download. Of course, it's gonna download,
Oh, of course.
and
Download it in a
I'll
day.
have it ready for Halo Day. But how awesome is it that
And we talked
now,
about this. Remember, we
finally,
said this is what we
finally,
predicted this like a year ago. We said
yeah,
they should be doing exactly what you just said. If they want to do the special editions, you get it early with a code.
with a
You
code,
pre-install the game, so
yeah,
on game day you can just press play, and you have everything else prior to the game coming out. And that is as a best thing way to market. It makes it easy,
yeah.
and more people are going to be on board with that.
Yeah, it's
Um,
awesome. I was surprised that they actually did it. You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's something that you and I we both wanted. It's been like,
Hmm.
oh man, to get it digital and get everything that it comes with.
Yeah.
Finally, they're doing it, and it's awesome. I hope they continue doing it.
Yeah. They
I'm
will.
sure they're gonna come up with a limited collector's edition for Gears of War 4.
Oh, absolutely, they
Let's see
will.
what it is.
Yep.
But if it's
Yep.
something similar to this, and that could go digital, that's the
Yep.
way to go.
They'll have a Gears 4 console.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Probably a
They
one
will.
terabyte one. Yeah,
At least I would say two by then, because you're talking
yeah, that's
another
true.
year from now, or 1.5 or 2 terabyte by then.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is actually the start of how it's going to be. Unfortunately, gone pretty much are the midnight release days.
yeah,
Where you
that's
go
true.
there, you wait in line, and even though that's the fun of it, is waiting for the game, taking it, going home. Um, it's not always fun.
Yeah,
If you think about it, most of the time when you're waiting outside, it's not in the summertime.
it's cold as shit.
It's
Yep.
dead winter. It's freezing. The only good one was when I got Gears 3. It was inside the mall, so I just ran
Oh,
it, got it.
yep.
Or Skyrim was the same way because you're inside the mall. But GameStop over and where we usually get our
Yeah,
stuff, those are it's fun. It is fun hanging out outside, but
yeah.
it's
But times change. My brother's no longer over here in Connecticut. He's down in Florida now, and
yeah, yeah,
I mean, my cousins, they're all over the place now. So it's like, what I mean. It would just be
a little different.
me, you, and Crack. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's you're right. You're
You
right.
know.
Yeah, yep.
But it is what it
So
is, though.
yeah, it's you still got the game on game day, so the
Yeah,
end result is still the same.
yeah.
But in any case, um, well, that's about it, man. That's all I got. What, you got anything else you want to?
Um, no, just that Microsoft is a really smart fucking company for doing this whole
Yeah, man.
gaming crossover thing with their Windows 10. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
something
they're really
that's some
hitting out of the park,
yeah,
man.
it's something I'm keeping an eye on
Yeah,
because they kind of tested the waters with what was this game?
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That we were playing with people on the PC back then. You know what I mean? Back on the 360, and now with this whole Windows 10, man, it's getting set up to be freaking amazing, dude.
oh, that's. I mean, if they did that in '07, they definitely should be able to do it.
And
You
and,
know.
and, and, and you got to think about it too. Sony's been doing their whole thing about, oh yeah, we open up our servers and you can play with people on PC and blah blah blah. Okay, well, see, here's the problem
You
with
mean
that.
Windows 10?
Yeah, well, yeah. Now that's the problem. Now it's Windows 10, and if it's Windows 10, Microsoft kind of has that now with the Xbox One.
So Sony could play with Microsoft?
I don't know about that.
Technically,
I don't know
if
about
if
that.
Sony if Sony plays on a PC, I mean they could say it, but if you think about it, it's they're technically playing against or with a Microsoft product. If you think
Yeah,
about it,
pretty
if that's
much.
even done right,
Yeah.
so that's kind of funny actually. But
So I don't know if they're going to continue that, or if Microsoft is turning this slowly but surely to be an exclusive thing with Xbox, and will no longer allow, they would pretty much block that because it has to be, well, if you want to do this, you only are able to do it on the Xbox
hmm,
because we have that connectivity with Windows 10.
right,
I'm thinking that this is where the new wave, the whole new thing is going to start happening. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
Where eventually, slowly but surely, this is what's gonna be going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think maybe 2 3 years. Yeah, I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. Playing with people on Windows 10 on PC, because on PC now it's gonna be Windows 10, all the games.
Windows 10. Right. That's right.
You know what I mean? And I'm calling it.
Yep.
They're gonna block out Sony. They're gonna block out Sony.
Yeah,
It's
I could
gonna be
see that.
exclusive.
I could see that. That
That's a
I,
smart business deal.
I think now is where the tides are going to be turning. This is where Microsoft, like I said, is doing so much good. I think now, like this holiday season,
Yeah,
Xbox One's going to dominate sales.
yeah.
They're going to have another, not a permanent price drop, but they're going to have sale prices for the
Of
holiday
course, of course,
bundles.
of course. They're gonna
Too many
bundle.
games are coming out, and there's too much to play as it is right now
I'll
without the
I'll
games coming
I'll,
out.
I'll put down good money that
Yeah,
they are going to bundle Halo 5 Guardians with the Xbox One at like 350 or maybe even 320.
I can see that.
I put good
I
money.
would say 329.
If they do it, you owe me $20.
If they do it, you owe me your copy of Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Oh well, my
And you got to
copy.
throw in a Jack the Ripper DLC that
Really,
I want.
really, really.
Yep.
You finally might admit that you actually want
I do. I want to play Jack the Ripper, man. That's even though I don't want Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah.
It's only available through that game, the DLC, the Jack the Ripper package, and I am so intrigued with Jack the Ripper. It's like a zombie game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That might be something I reach out and get just for that. We'll see.
We'll see.
But anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna get going because my kid's got to use this computer and do some homework before she
Yeah,
gets.
that's it for tonight.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Well, episode 50, man. This is
Let's see. Let's see.
yeah,
Hopefully, everything goes well, and it'll get
yeah.
uploaded, and
Mhm.
we'll see. I'll take it from there.
Very cool, man. All right. Well, it's Rich and X here on episode 50, and I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, man. Peace.